Okay, get that out of your system.
How do you do? We're about to unfold the story of Frankenstein meet the Wolfman.
Who could have done this terrible thing?
Could it be the monster again? Frankenstein's monster?
No, the monster was burned to death with Dr. Frankenstein. He wasn't killed by the monster. An animal bit her to death. I saw the wound on her throat.
What animals are around here that can kill people?
We've warned you.
You've been warned. Welcome back to Frankenstein Minute, the podcast that dissects the Universal Frankenstein film series minute by minute. I'm Bill Evenson.
And I'm Tom Lang.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Look at you.
We're back and better than ever.
Well.
You're back anyway. You join us for minute 15 of Universal's 1943 release, Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman.
Starring Ilona Massey.
Yes, and Patrick Knowles.
We've seen Patrick Knowles.
Knowles.
And of course, if you join us on Thursday, December 11th, we're celebrating the 60th anniversary of the release of Counterplot, also known as the Daleks' Master Plan Episode 5, which was an episode of the television program Doctor Who on BBC One, 1965.
How many episodes were there of this?
You're just going to have to wait and
Oh,
see.
the suspense.
This is episode 5.
Episode is killing.
Yep.
Suspense is
This
killing.
episode is killing you.
Yeah, well,
it may
just. Yeah.
I'll say this episode exists.
The others don't?
A lot of them don't.
Okay.
Of the ones I've mentioned, this is the second one that exists. Okay. A lot of them were chucked in the garbage, which tells you, I think, how good they were. No.
No.
Also, we mourn the death of Elspeth Dudgeon. And listen, I got it right. It was Elspeth's birthday.
Last week?
Yeah.
Last week.
Yeah. Elspeth died 1 week after her birthday.
She looks older than that in.
That's just terrible. I think this show is terrible. I agree with you, Rick. We're done for. No, in 1955, whereas Elspeth was born in 1871.
Yeah.
So that makes, she died when she was 127,000 years old.
Yep.
George Wagner also died same day, but 29 years later.
Okay.
George Wagner. What do you know about George Wagner?
Well, I know what I said about him.
And produced.
He directed and produced
only
Wolfman.
direct. Okay.
And then he produced this film. And I believe, didn't he produce Ghost of Frankenstein as well?
I think that sounds something like that. Yeah. I don't have all the details, but that's what we have you for.
Oh.
If you join us on Friday, we're celebrating the 125th anniversary of the birth of Eddie Parker, who is in this film.
We'll see him occasionally in this film, yeah.
So we definitely see Eddie Parker. Who's the other guy?
Gil Perkins.
Gil Perkins. So you see Eddie Parker and Gil Perkins together.
We'll see more of Gil Perkins than we will of Bela Lugosi, I'll say that.
Okay. But Eddie Parker is the
Cheney's stunt double.
Wolfman.
Yeah.
Okay. When you see the Wolfman, it might be Eddie Parker.
It might be. It's like I said, because of the makeup, it's hard to tell who exactly that is.
And when you see Frankenstein's monster, it is Gil Perkins.
Pretty much.
That's an exaggeration.
Not by much.
If you join us on Saturday, we celebrate the anniversary of the release of The Devil Bat. What's The Devil Bat?
It's one of those.
It's like a really bad movie.
It's not. It's fun. It's Poverty Row.
Yeah.
Lugosi film. We showed it on Horror Incorporated. I had a lot of fun with it.
I'm sorry, I hate to interrupt. If you showed it on Horror Incorporated, it's bad, right? Almost always.
Not necessarily.
It's cheap.
It's cheap.
It went into public domain.
It was public domain.
Nobody cared. They just let it go into public domain.
Yeah.
Does this film have Dwight Fry in it? Is it that one? Or
no,
am I
you're thinking of the Vampire Bat.
Vampire Bat. Okay.
Which has Dwight Fry. Was filmed on Universal sets, like the old Dark House set is redressed.
Did you get that one ever?
Yeah, we showed that one too. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's in The Devil Bat?
The Devil has Bela Lugosi and
right.
people you've never heard of.
Okay.
Arthur Q. Bryan is in it. He's the man who did the voice of Elmer Fudd in Looney Tunes. And boy, it's obvious.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of the forgotten guy because he did Elmer Fudd through the period that Elmer Fudd.
Yeah.
Mel Blanc took it over.
Took it over when Arthur Q. Bryan
died. Like in the late 50s?
Yeah, when Arthur Q. Bryan died.
Well, I don't have Arthur Q. Bryan on here.
Well, you should.
If you join us on Sunday, we are mourning the death of Emma Dunn. Who was Emma Dunn?
Emma Dunn was Amelia in Son of Frankenstein.
And she died in 1966.
Okay.
She couldn't have been too old.
She looks
No,
a
wait,
little-
I'm thinking of Amelia. I'm sorry. Never mind. Maybe she was probably pretty old.
Who are you thinking of? Josephine
I
Hutchinson?
have no idea.
No idea?
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe I was. Yeah.
'Cause she lived to be old too.
Ripe old age.
Ripe old age.
Yeah. Also, we mourn the death in 1993 of Myrna Loy, and I
Yeah.
just saw Myrna
Yeah.
in one of her most famous roles as Nora Charles
Yeah.
in The Thin Man.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of drinking in that movie.
There's a lot of
So much
There's
drinking.
a lot of drink. Well,
Is there a lot of drinking in all of them? Does it
it's
tone
probably
down
much
at some
more
point?
pronounced in that one
The
than
first one?
Yeah,
Like all Nick Charles wants to do is just
is drink. Yep.
Yeah. And
The-
Nora's like, oh, I just want to drink slightly less than Nick.
Yeah, which is still
It's quite a bit.
considerable amount of
Yeah,
alcohol. Yeah,
right.
like I said a couple weeks ago, Steiner is going to join us when we'll maybe finish it. We have 2 left in the series.
Song of the Thin Man.
We've got Thin Man Goes Home and Song of the Thin Man.
Okay. Also, on that day, we are also mourning the death in 1946, sadly, of Roy William Neill.
Yeah, that's too bad. He's the director of this film and the bulk
Amazing.
of the Sherlock Holmes films.
And then fucking died.
And he died. Yeah, I think he was like I talked about it week 2 or 3 of this.
Does this in some way symbolize the end of this whole era? You know what I mean?
William Neill dying?
Well, because
46
that's the end of the Sherlock Holmes films. That's the end of these films.
Yeah,
for the most
46 was sort of the end of it. What predicated a lot of that was another sale of Universal.
part.
They were merging
Okay.
with International Pictures to
Right.
become Universal
Universal
International,
International.
which is when people like Jack Pierce were let go. You know, it was a new era. We were starting to get into more of the science fiction films of the 50s, less of the gothic horror of the 40s and 30s.
Yeah,
But that's not to say that they completely disappeared in the 50s. There were
a couple.
a few, you know, and then of course
I Was a Teenage Werewolf is famously in the 50s.
yeah, but that's not gothic. It's set in like middle America or something,
Yeah,
you know.
pretty bad too.
It's not great. And then, of course, by 59, Hammer revitalized the genre.
Yeah, I suppose it
With-
doesn't
with-
take that long.
with-
Yeah, that is a hell of a thing to think. A scant decade after Abbott and Costello, Hammer starts up.
Yep.
Speaking of Hammer,
Mhm.
I got nothing. Also on Sunday, December 14th, we celebrate the birth of the creator of Mary Shelley's Frankenhole,
Oh,
Dino
yes,
Stamatopoulos,
we do,
born
don't
in
we?
1964.
Look at that.
Do you know who that is?
I do know who
What do you
that is.
know about that person?
I know that he was one of the first people to get excited about this very podcast.
That's true. He was
Which was-
excited about it before it came out.
Yeah, and I thought I recognized the name, but I wasn't 100% sure.
Yeah,
And as it progressed, I referenced Frankenhole a couple times.
yeah,
And then he got in contact with us, and it was the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
that's true. Yes.
I
People
mean-
will know on Halloween we were on his podcast and then it disappeared. I think that's like because I told my sister
Yeah.
to look at the Twitch stream,
Yeah,
which
it-
immediately got shut down for copyright violation.
Well, it's because of all the music.
and then we
I think,
moved
and
it to
video.
YouTube, where we were, I believe, also
Also
shut
shut
down
down.
for a copyright
Yeah.
violation.
So it's gone. So don't try to go out
Yeah,
and
you're
listen
never
to
going
it.
to see it. Or
But,
hear it again. You had to be there.
We've kind of done that every year, haven't we?
I
More or
think-
less.
I think every year.
Every year that
Maybe
he's-
we missed a year in there.
Every year that he's done it, I believe we've.
I think this was the 8th one. On Monday, we celebrate the release of the film House of Frankenstein,
Yeah.
which is the direct sequel to Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman.
It is.
And it stars Boris Karloff.
Oh,
it
thank
legitimately stars Boris
Yeah.
Karloff.
So he'll be back
Next
as
season,
he'll be back as the monster, which will be great.
that'll be great to have
Yeah,
him back as
yeah.
the monster.
Yeah.
Tuesday, we mourn the death of Lou Landers, who died in 1962, December 16th.
Lou Landers directed The Raven, the 35,
Hmm.
and then also did Return of the Vampire.
What do we think of The Raven?
I think it's one of the lesser of the Lemley era.
I got into an argument with a guy online about that. I thought Invisible Ray was better than The Raven.
It is. It's,
And I don't think that's a common perception. Like,
Really?
you and I agree,
Yeah.
but generally people think of The Raven as not quite as good as Black Cat, and The Invisible Ray is fucking dumb and shut up. I think that's kind of
Is it
true.
really? Because I don't.
maybe
I don't
not.
engage in those sort of things online, so I don't know.
I still think a lot is dependent on the titles, right?
Yeah.
Like we're talking about a movie called Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman,
Yeah.
and that's a problem.
Yeah.
And if you got a movie called The Invisible Ray, it
Yeah,
doesn't sound unless you know that Ray was played by
by whoever
whoever
that first
played Ray.
first joke
First
was.
time you made that joke. All right. And that's almost it. But if you join us on Tuesday, I mean, you're just waiting and waiting. you've waited so long. I'm surprised you bothered to go back and listen.
Yeah.
December 17th, we celebrate the birth of Robert Neil Stinson, who was born in 1959.
Yeah.
He would be 66 years old.
Would he?
Yeah.
That's too
And
bad.
he was the lead guitarist for the Replacements. And we both, did you meet him? You met him. What was that like?
Yeah, it was
I got to
very-
tell my story. I'm just going to listen. I'm going to wait to talk.
Yeah, yours is better because mine was very brief.
What was it?
just,
Mine was fairly brief.
It was just I saw him at the CC Club once, and
And you
like,
said hello?
said, "Hey, Bob, how you doing?" He's like, "Yeah."
Well, that's
That was
nice.
about it.
Did he work? His mom worked at the Uptown, but I feel like sometimes he might have worked at the Uptown.
He might have, yeah.
So he got thrown out of the Replacements in 86, 7?
6 or 7, yeah.
And the way I remember the story, and this is probably 91 or 2 or 3, somewhere in there, was that I bumped into him at a party and I knew who he was, and I was drunk and he was drunk, and we had left the party and he went outside to throw up. I can still sort of picture where the steps were and he was throwing up. And I wasn't drunk enough to throw up, but I think we might have also been each having a cigarette. It was those times, you know. And the way I remember it, at least, is this isn't how I remember it, but this is how I interpret it now, looking back, is I probably said to him something like, "Hey man, I just want you to know I'm a big fan. I really love Pleased to Meet Me and All Shook Down.
Don't Tell a Soul.
Don't Tell a Soul." It's something along those lines.
Which, for people that don't know, those are the 3 albums he does not perform.
Yeah, after he had been unceremoniously thrown out of the and this is crucial, thrown out of the Replacements for being too much of a drunk.
Yeah, which is
really
says a lot.
It really is.
Yeah.
And if you're a Bob Stinson fan, it's kind of a sketchy reason to be thrown out of the Replacements.
Yeah.
But the thing that definitely happened is whenever I'd gotten finished saying whatever I said, he then said to me, "Do you want me to punch you in the face?" And I was completely startled by this and said, No. And then all of a sudden he was perfectly nice to me. So that is kind of important that he said, "All right," he was fine after that. Anyways, that's the way I think it probably went down.
Okay.
I mean, I would think he'd especially be pissed about Pleased to Meet Me.
Yeah,
because you hear the story of the making of that.
Yeah.
And if you buy the deluxe editions, he's making that album.
The original,
and they fire him.
Yeah.
And he teaches the new guy how to play all his parts.
Yeah. Slim Dunlop.
All right. Good enough. That's all I got.
Oh, well.
That sound can only mean one thing.
One thing, that Larry wakes up with a start.
With a start.
And a hangover, I'm guessing.
Probably.
I would think that you wake up from an experience like that, you probably wouldn't feel the greatest.
Because you have undergone a physical transformation.
Pretty severe physical transformation.
And then we've seen what that looks like. I guess we've only ever seen him change back when he died. Which has to hurt too.
That can't feel good to have your head bashed in by a team, especially by your father. Mannering reassures him.
Oh, I don't know.
No?
Never mind.
Okay. I don't know your father.
Well, let's just say it wouldn't have been that uncommon.
Okay.
I wouldn't go head bashed in. My father never killed me.
All right. Yeah, mine didn't either. So
there you go. So
we had good childhood.
Exactly. compared to the wolf man.
Yeah.
What do you got to complain about?
Yes. He eases him back down. You're all right. Nothing has happened.
Which is an odd thing.
And that's
to say.
what you think.
Yeah.
You should see his studio bungalow from the night before.
Broderick Crawford's still sleeping it off up there.
Yeah.
It is an odd thing to say. You're all right. Nothing has happened. But
well,
I also think...
To Mannering's view, he got up out of bed, opened the window, tore his bandage off, and went back to bed.
Yeah, I suppose.
That's all he thinks has happened.
Right.
So nothing really has happened.
Nothing has happened. It's reassuring. It's part of what I'm going to... what I think of as Knowles's... not Knowles, but Mannering's bedside manner.
Yeah.
He's a good...
He's like a good man.
He seems like a good man who's got a good...
He takes his job seriously and cares for the care of his patients.
Yes, absolutely. Good deal. You're all right. You totally didn't transform into a werewolf, as I wrote here.
Yeah. Then Mannering looks at his wound and you better get some more bandages.
I thought you were going to say he looks at his watch. Just undercut everything.
Well,
you're all right. Nothing's happened. I got a tea time.
Off at
8:15.
So good luck, buddy.
Yep.
You better get some more bandages. Nurse will renew the compress. As the nurse exits, Larry tries to sit up again.
Okay.
He does. That's what happens.
That's what happens in the film.
I'm just reporting what happens in the film. I'm not making any kind of an editorial comment on it.
Yeah. And
This
God bless them.
simple thing.
That's a thing that people do.
Nurses
They
leave
try to sit up.
and they try to. I did the first shoulder one, and yeah, you won't do that twice. Now don't excite yourself. Please be calm. He checks his pulse.
Okay.
This is all things that happen. Nothing. There's really no significance.
Well,
You're just looking at me like I'm just making shit up.
I don't really remember him checking his pulse. He checks it on his wrist?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, during all this, my eye tends to focus on Larry, and you had talked about the makeup before, and I think I have it here. Yeah, he looks like man-made monster.
Or
Of course, this is a
or the
fucking
mad-
typo, and it says man-made. Yep, and my notes disappeared. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay.
He looks like man-made monster. He looks
Yeah.
terrible. And yeah, I mean, we joke a lot about The Hangover, but it really is a very similar sort of idea. Something happened last night. I don't remember everything,
not
but it's
entirely
really
sure.
bad, and I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure I did something
Yep.
that you should call the police. Not to, spoilers.
Doctor, something terrible has happened. You must have had a nightmare. It's evident you were walking in your sleep.
He says, "Doctor, something terrible has happened." The first thing he says is yes, which I think is funny because
yeah.
he says, "You're all right. Nothing has happened." And then
Something
two
has
sentences
happened.
later, he says, "Something terrible has happened."
Yes.
Yes. You had a nightmare, which is,
I guess. I mean,
it's just interesting. There's no real point to any of this.
yeah. No,
Let's
not
just
really.
stop doing it.
Okay. Evident you were walking in your sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think Mannering is 100% sure that's what's happened.
Yeah. No question.
Yeah.
His bandage is across the room. He could have chucked it.
The window is open.
Oh, that's right. The window.
They could have asked
That's the
some of
one.
the other people in the room what happened.
Yeah, that's true.
The guy with the boner, maybe he was too busy.
Maybe King Kong. Who are the other monsters in the room? This
It goes back to
hospital should be like Monster Island.
Yes.
It's like
Well,
Philip,
these films become like Monster
open
Island
that
pretty
window.
soon.
the Invisible Man.
Yeah, that's right.
It's easy for him to do shit
Yes,
like that.
it is.
Nobody thinks anything of it.
Better call the police.
See, I like this too because Mannering takes it very seriously.
Yeah.
You'd better call the police.
Police?
Oh, I also wrote that Cheney looks like Mo.
We don't quite have the
It's-
saddlebag eyes, but it's the hair.
Almost. But hairstyles at that time period are really interesting to me
Yeah.
because, well, in particular, Lon Chaney Jr. has this way of slicking back his hair
Mhm.
where he looks like it's 1940. But then when it all falls forward, all of a sudden he's a Beatle. It's a crazy time
Yeah,
because your
yeah.
hair is actually quite long.
Yeah.
Because by the time you get to the Beatles, people
had that.
are you a boy or a girl? They can't even fathom that
They had that
male could have hair that long.
That 50s sort of butch cut,
Yeah.
there was a hiney.
Yeah, like a hiney.
Yeah.
There you go. But does a hiney doesn't have this long piece that
No, I
Cheney
think
has?
that went away kind of in the 40s.
Mo looked like Mo until his
Till-
death, right?
Till he
So when
died,
did he die?
75,
He
somewhere in there.
always had the Beatle
I remember
haircut.
I remember hearing about it.
I wonder if he ever commented on the Beatle haircut. I'm going to have to look that up.
I'm sure they must.
In.
There must have been some comedian, I'm sure, or somebody did.
Yeah, you got to
Whether
think.
Mo did or not, I don't know.
All right. He looks like
Well,
Mo.
there's a great scene in Laurel and Hardy movie, Blockheads. It's in a multi-story apartment building, and it has the set built of several layers of stairs.
Mhm.
That becomes a running gag. At one point, a football is thrown down it, and it bounces off the floor and smacks the desk clerk in the face. And he has the slick back hair, and it flings forward, and there's the big octopus of hair, and it's that same
What's
effect.
the point of having your hair that long, then?
I don't know.
If you're just going to slick it back.
I have no idea.
Does it give you more
Maybe got you more volume,
More volume.
more of a wave to it, or whatever.
hairstyles? What are you going to
Yeah,
do?
that's right.
I do have here one thing I wanted to mention about Patrick Knowles and his bedside manner, because I think we agree he's got an excellent
Yes.
bedside manner in this.
Yeah.
He, in the later years, volunteered his time at the Motion Picture Home in Woodland Hills, which is where everybody seems to die, including, I think, Patrick Knowles.
Yeah, I think he did.
But he used to visit George Wagner before George Wagner's death in 1984. So I just wanted to mention that because it's really,
Yeah, I think I knew
I don't know,
that,
in some way
but-
charming and comforting to
Yeah.
think of this guy that is working for George Wagner in this film.
Yeah.
That's the director. No, he's not
No,
the
he's
director
the
in this
producer,
one,
but he was the director of The Wolfman.
Producer. That he's taking care of him in his later years.
Yeah,
Which
that's very sweet.
it is very sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that sarcastically. I
Yeah.
genuinely think
nice.
I think
Way to
that-
slam the guy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The police? again, though,
Yeah, it takes it very
he's
seriously.
he's not placating him. He's genuinely like, the police? Why?
It does seem that way. It
Yeah.
doesn't seem like he's placating him.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
no.
Because I'm a murderer.
Oh, he hasn't
or
said
that's the
that.
next line.
Well, yes, you better call him.
Yeah.
And then he kind of wrestles around. I'm a murderer.
Yeah.
And yeah, anything you say.
Yeah. Well, that sounds a little placating. But
Yeah.
But then he turns to the nurse.
And like, hey, ask Inspector Lestrade to come in here
Because
immediately.
that's his job,
Yeah.
is to be at the hospital.
Well, we don't know that he's.
There was actually a famous. It's not a well-known Sherlock Holmes story, but it was a Lestrade spin-off. The case of the mysterious vagrant that he had to stay at the hospital to figure out who this asshole is with the funny hair.
He doesn't say
The
that.
case of the drunken vagrant.
It is sort of inferred that he's in the building, but it doesn't necessarily have to be.
What does he say? Tell him to come here. Come
here at once.
At once.
So she could make a phone call and get him there.
Okay. All right. Well, that's even better for Mannering. Then he's taking it very seriously, because I think when someone says I'm a murderer, and you've already kind of got a bit of a I mean, not to judge people, but you've kind of got a suspicious. I don't know.
You give off a murderer vibe. Is that what you say?
I think he's giving off a murderer vibe.
Yeah.
He's a bit of a kook, as our Larry. I mean, and that's kind of the beauty too of that character. And then when we'll see this as his story goes on. And we saw it in the Wolfman. Mm-hmm. He's actually being genuine.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we know from the outside. But the other characters don't ever, eventually they realize
they
it.
do.
But generally they don't realize what they're dealing with.
Yeah.
Is this guy is being genuine and saying, listen, I'm the fucking Wolfman.
Yeah.
This sucks. And you got to do something about this. And to take that seriously is really
commendable.
Really kind of nice in this instance.
Then he starts to treat Larry's head wound with a swab.
Yeah.
And what's all this about lying to the police? Which is,
he's handling it kind of perfectly.
He's not like, whoa, okay, you're a murderer.
Yeah. Let's get security in here to
get him in a straitjacket.
Although we'll see.
Yeah, well,
in the coming weeks how that all plays out. But yeah, I think he's handling it perfect.
As far as Mannering knows, this is delusional.
He would assume
at this point.
But when he says, I'm a murderer, that could mean anything.
Yeah.
He could say, I just realized I killed my wife 3 years ago. I poisoned her. I mean, who knows?
Well, it could mean anything.
I killed FDR. Oh wait, he's not dead yet.
He's not dead yet.
I am in the process of killing him. I've been poisoning him. He'll be dead in 18 months. Okay.
Last night I did something.
Yeah, no way to tell.
The minute ends as he says that.
He does, yeah.
I had the joke about he trashed his dressing room next to Evelyn Ankers.
I think that's probably
a running gag.
You never know.
Yeah.
That's maybe each minute is an outtake.
Yeah.
I'm a Murderer stuff though it really sets up the something that I think is when people talk about how much they love the Wolfman and how much they love Lon Chaney Jr. I tend to think you and I don't identify with that quite as much. We're more Karloff, Frankenstein guys.
Yep, definitely.
I like Dracula more than you, but generally we're Frankenstein guys.
Yeah.
The one thing that absolutely sets the Wolfman apart is this absolute passionate need to try and get people to understand that I think I'm a murderer. And that's what the Wolfman really is. That's what sets the Wolfman apart from the other monsters.
Right.
Although talking about it last week about what is he even doing? Mm-hmm. Why does he have to kill all these people? I'm not really sure why that happens, but that's even more torture for this guy.
Yeah.
This guy's tortured. Absolutely.
Yeah, he's compelled to, by whatever force, to do something that he absolutely does not want to do.
And Dracula has a similar impulse to kill, but he doesn't behave like that at all. There's no remorse. He's just trying to trick people. And
he's trying to get a good meal, basically.
Yeah, I guess so.
The blood is his sustenance, so he is literally feeding on people.
The Mummy is just a nothing. Well, other than the first film.
He's doing the bidding of somebody else in the Mummy films.
I suppose that's right.
The Karas films.
Yeah. The Invisible Man's just an asshole.
Well, he's
not at all sympathetic.
He is more sympathetic in the movie than in the book, because in the book he starts off as an asshole. In the movie, it's the drugs that are making him slowly lose his mind.
I suppose.
So that the megalomania starts to take over.
Okay.
He has a really tender moment with Flora.
Yeah, that's right.
But then he starts to lose it as he keeps talking. He just starts losing it. And then he's like standing up like a Hitler figure. I'll rule the world. Even the moon is afraid of me.
Wales should have made so many more movies.
He should have made more horror
movies. Should have made all of these movies.
He should have made every single one, yeah.
Yeah. But Frankenstein monster is sympathetic in a different way.
Yeah.
He's more childlike.
Yeah. And usually the murders are accidental, like you say, or he's been cornered or whatever, which is why I take so much issue with parts of Son of Frankenstein, where he's presented as just this mindless killing machine. Oh, he broke into our house on a mad killing spree and ripped my arm out. I just don't see that character doing that.
I understand why you'd feel that way, and I'm completely sympathetic to that point of view. But he's basically in love with Igor. The movie works better, and I should have maybe leaned into this in season 3. Movie, in a sense, works better if they're lovers. And you're laughing because that's what we do nowadays. At our age, we laugh at this. But it works really better. He's completely in love with Igor.
I think I did touch upon that because Wolf can't understand why the monster's doing Igor's bidding. It's like hypnosis.
Right.
Like Wolf can't comprehend that, no, the monster loves him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then, meanwhile, Gamera is a hero to children.
He is. He's a hero to all children.
We're going to go through all the movies. Who's left?
The Chupacabra.
Jason is fucking pissed. He's got a good reason.
And of course, Michael Myers is just the boogeyman.
Yeah, he's true evil. He's the Shape.
Yep.
They call him the Shape, is what they call him.
I just tend, like the makers of the last 3 Halloween films, ignore all the nonsense about him being Laurie's brother and the runes and all that crap, because it's just garbage.
John Carpenter appeared at some convention recently, and I can't remember. Did I send this to you? Apparently, he was trying to explain how he felt about the last 3 Halloween films, and he's dismissive of these kinds of questions generally because he didn't make those movies or whatever. But he's okay with those. But the last thing he says is something like, "Don't even ask me about those fucking Rob Zombie movies."
Oh,
he
good.
Just hates them.
Oh, they're terrible. Have you seen them?
I haven't seen them at all.
Oh God, it's like everything good about Halloween in Carpenter's. Let's just do the opposite.
Well, we actually did talk about it. I don't know how much we talk about it in the podcast, but my understanding is the first Halloween film, the true Carpenter film, because that's it. That's all he did, really. You get 20% of that kind of exploring who Mike Myers is, and 80%
not even
terror.
Though. I mean,
Well, I would disagree with that because the movie opens with
the opening,
about him, but then the stuff with him in the hospital, and they do talk about that.
They talk about it.
Whereas my understanding of the films I haven't seen is that Zombie wants to really get into who Michael Myers is.
It's
80%.
It's so badly done.
Yeah,
and so overacted. He's got the white trash family, and it's
I got no time for that.
Fucking cartoonish.
That's clearly
trite.
Not the case in Halloween.
And
you can see where they live, and it's not like
so
that.
Trite and so overacted and so.
I think we're getting old because I also feel
it's
like
not compelling in the.
I feel like it's what's the word where you're just completely it's not narcissistic. It's nihilistic.
Well, man, they were nihilists, man.
Huh?
They kept saying they believe in nothing.
Nihilists. Fuck me. I mean, say what you want about the tenets of National Socialism, dude. At least it's an ethos.
Yeah.
Very nihilistic form of horror.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's a very common thing now.
It is.
It's something that I have a hard time with when I watch. But I feel like when I say that, I sound like an old man who's yelling at the cloud, shaking my fist at the clouds.
Maybe,
like
but
Grandpa Simpson.
Maybe, but we've had a lifetime of watching movies. So when something is off like that, we can recognize it.
So I would even go a step further, and this is a problem, and you're probably going to identify with this. I feel like it's affected our society.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like we have become, in America in particular, much more nihilistic.
Yeah.
And to even talk like this, you sound like a fucking old fool.
You do.
Because nowadays, everything is brutal, and all you need to do is fight and scratch and fuck everybody over to get your money.
Yep.
Welcome to Frankenstein. That sound can only mean one thing.
Wait a minute. Wait. Got any more questions, wise ass?
Oh, I did hear something.
Yeah.
Oh, Eddie.
Nope.
Oh, it wasn't Eddie.
Nope.
Oh, I recognize that sound now. It can
right.
only mean one thing.
Yeah.
It's time for Got Any Wise Ass Comments, Wise Asses. That's where people who sign up at patreon.com/Frankenstein Minute at the $5 level or more. You can pay more.
Yeah.
That's up to
we have
you.
a few that do.
We do. Thanks, Jeff.
And Doc Ivan.
Oh, and Doc Ivan. That's true. Yeah, good point. Thanks, Doc.
Yeah.
Who never do wise ass comments.
Did he click the button?
Maybe they didn't click the button. can write in, and we'll try to do our best to, if the AI allows it. We only got one comment. This week, our comment is from Vincent.
Okay.
Vincent says, last night What, Larry? What?
Exactly.
And I guess it is kind of cute because it is Lon Chaney Jr. So last night he could just say about anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last night I think I really need to apologize to England anchors.
Yeah. Oh no, he never.
Broderick Crawford.
He never.
Never apologized.
I don't think he ever considered that.
Yeah,
Yeah, he wasn't a fan of hers, and she absolutely was not a fan of his.
What was the dog's name?
Moose.
So, well, we haven't gotten to Moose, so maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. Was Moose his dog?
Moose, I think, was on the lot or something, and he.
Was it just dogs running around in the lot?
Apparently, I'll have to look into it. I'll look into it when
we get to Moose.
To Moose, yes.
Okay.
There's numerous different tales of it, so I'll weed through them and find a small crumb of truth somewhere. We should get Vincent on because he had us on his podcast.
Okay.
He's got really funny comments. So.
Yeah, he's clearly engaged.
Yes.
I was going to say a fan, but like, you can't imagine anybody's really
a fan.
I certainly not.
Give him some credit.
Yeah, that would be rude.
Yeah.
To call someone a fan of our podcast.
Give the guy some credit.
Yeah. All right. Well, what minute are we at?
We did 15.
I know. I'm sorry. How many minutes have we talked about it?